Michigan. It's a nice idea to have internal feedback after the event or internal documents for us to share. But for the external world,
just that you were awarded that incentive to do so. We're also putting some other programs in place, and you hopefully saw some of those even before the conference.
Okay, good.
But it is really important, and John Hope was mentioning, like, this is a really interesting time. Like, things are really changing, and if you're not part of the open kind of crowd, you're going to be kind of left behind. And if, on demand is the future, what are we going to do to avoid the mess? Because I know when I was working on NetKD, we were always like, God, you see these things walking down the street, you're like, oh my God. And is it really bad for the brand, or is it good for the brand? But how do you control it, or how do you steer people in the right way was always the
while these two extremes might seem to be mutually exclusive or at odds with each other, at least one team has succeeded dramatically in achieving both of them simultaneously. The more remarkable thing is this was achieved not by a major manufacturer, not by Ducati, not by pretty much any other motorcycle company that you can name, but rather by a very small studio based here in Portland, Oregon, called Motosys, with the creation of
competition and the skeptics order. In some ways, it's a new dream. The dream of high-tech solutions to global energy problems. The dream of a clean, green world. In other ways, it's a very old dream, one that we all know. The dream of winning. This is the reality. It's early May in Portland. The TTX GP, the world's first zero-emissions Grand Prix, is 5 weeks and 5,000 miles away, and Michael Stis's digital superbike has yet to turn a wheel.
The biggest problem that we have is we just hit the start and go like 5 months before an event. Is it impossible to read time?
About 60 to 65 of these. If you understand that making them by hand, you can only make about 8 or 9 a year, that'll tell you that over the last 15 years or so, especially considering all the amount of time and research that's gone into this, that's almost full time. So this has really been my career since about 1993. I think 1992-93 was the first time I made one of these. Let me show you what it sounds like. I am a maker, not a player, so I warn you in advance. But it's a part of, this is a viola, this is a size slightly larger than a violin, which has special problems, especially ergonomic problems, ergonomic acoustic problems. And then, of course, the next size up is a cello.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, travels I have to do.
I think so. I know they auction some of this stuff off every year, but I don't know. I've always wanted to surprise with ABPs.
I'm sure, right?
And that's something that I'm wondering if you talked to Brian at all, and see where your future is not a good fit, or is just not, they're not goals or whatever.
Yeah, they're just saying how they're not sure what it is.
I mean, the way that they're structured, I can't.
But
That's the thing I got.
I think you made that reasonable big.
I know it is. I know it is. Wes is not.
Right.